And anybody that knows anything about Bears history knows that in 1969, the Bears went 1-13, and it came down to a coin flip for the first overall pick. And I believe that Dan Rooney, who had been taught by his dad, let the other guy make the mistake. Let Ed McCaskey pick the coin flip, and lo and behold, Terry Bradshaw ends up as a Steeler, and the Bears miss out on him. And what could have been 4 Super Bowls lost in one coin flip. Terry, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Hey, good morning, everyone. But I would not have. Just because you would have gotten me doesn't mean you're going to win 4 Super Bowls unless you brought all of that bunch over from Pittsburgh. So,
you did it by yourself. That's the word.
Oh, well, of course I did. It's not with anybody question that.
Hey, Terry, didn't you tell this is Coach? Didn't you tell me the story that you were actually going to head out fishing? You thought you were going to be a bear or something?
No, yeah, my dad stopped me. I was backing my boat out on my truck. I was going. The sand bass were schooled up on some sandbars that I was familiar with at Toledo Bend, and so I was going fishing. And hey, listen, the draft in '69 was nothing like it is today, and I did not know about a phone call that my father had received, assuring him that I was going to be the number 1 pick. I didn't buy it. I'm thinking, possibly second, third round. Only team I knew anything about scouting me were the Saints, who spent almost all year in Ruston, and so I'm not understanding the draft at all. Of course, that doesn't mean anything, but it did to me. And I thought, well, there's the team I'm going to. I'm going down to New Orleans. Second, third round. I'm going fishing. I didn't make it fishing, and I went, the first pick. So, and obviously the Bears. But I'm not sure if the Bears would have drafted me. I don't know the story. It's been so long, but maybe they would have. I don't know.
Terry, have you ever seen an NFL playoff weekend as exciting as the one you just experienced?
No, I haven't. I think everybody, Dave, I know I hadn't talked to you since we left last week, but I don't think any of us have ever seen 4 games go down to the wire, 3 won by field goals, 1 won by a touchdown in Kansas City. I've never seen that much excitement in a football game, or in a bunch of football games, playoff football games. So many questions unanswered, with Stafford with the Rams and Brady going for number 8 Super Bowl. Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers. If they lose, is he out of there? And Jimmy Garoppolo's thumb, and they don't want him. And he's good. Good Jimmy means they love him. Bad Jimmy, they hate him. And so many. And then, of course, Buffalo, Kansas City was just, that was the cherry on top. That was first half. I fell asleep. My wife woke me up for the second half, and I never seen it really. Was that some? It was just so electrifying. Just up and down, and all the games were just really, really exciting football games.
Well, as you can imagine, the people of Chicago were beyond delighted to see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers run out. I am not kidding you. It was like the biggest party in town. My phone blew up. There were so many people calling me. I mean, it was extraordinary. The reaction, there's a great video out there where Robbie Gould has the football under his arm and he's running, and Jimmy G runs up to him and says, "You are a blanking legend. Blank the Packers." And Jimmy is from the suburbs here in Chicago. I'm telling you, that people went crazy over that. The people of Chicago, it was like the Bears are headed to the Super Bowl watching the Packers lose.
Well, we all know he owns you. Right?
Exactly. And the Niners own him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's 0-4 against the Niners now. Well, it'll be interesting, right, Coach, to see. I don't have any inside information like Dave has, but I would suspect him losing like they did. I would suspect he will try to go somewhere else. Dave. I don't have anything to base that on. Just
I don't.
What the off season was like last year, and the comments after the game, and he could have just shut it down right there and just said, no, I'm coming back here. They've done everything. They've proven to me they want to win. But once again, he lost in the championship game. So
I don't know if they have the money, Terry.
Him.
You know what I mean? I don't know if they have the cap room to afford him. And if Devontae Adams is not part of it, he's not going to be part of it. Now, how are you going to sign them both? So, hey, Terry, just to jump into the Bears here before you got to go. We were talking earlier. It looks like, and who knows, that 3 of the 4 final coaching candidates are defensive guys now. And with Justin Fields here, how do you see that thing? Does it make a difference in your mind? Defense, offense, all that stuff. What's your thoughts there?
Hey, Dave, doesn't it seem as though if on one hand the Bears or any NFL team, if they fire a coach that was an offensive-minded coach, they tend to get a defensive coach, and if that guy doesn't work, they go back to an offensive coach. Hey, look, a great coach, we don't know who they are. They pop out of the woodwork. I mean, you get them and you don't know. You don't judge up in New York. You didn't know. I mean, that was strange. That guy was strange. But, I mean, you don't know if you got the right guy because being a great planner of game plans, bringing in the proper people, your quarterback is going to need a really good quarterback coach that can help him, keep him stable. You're going to need an offensive coordinator to design an offense that fits his quarterback skills, if in fact that's what you're going to. And the NFL is going to great quarterbacks that have the ability, and we saw it in Kansas City and Buffalo, two great quarterbacks that were big and strong, could throw it from the pocket, and then they could run it. And some of those were designed runs, and you have that in field. So it doesn't matter to me how you go as long as you get the right guy this time. Listen, every time you miss on a head coach, every time you set your team back. You don't move forward. You set your team back. Now you got to start over after 3 years, or I guess he was there 3 or 4. I can't remember. But who cares? He's gone. So now you got to pick up the pieces. So maybe he made some bad drafts. Maybe he drafted for offense. That didn't turn out. So your general manager and your head coach better have an understanding of talent and get those people in there that can help you win football games. And if Fields is your quarterback, you've got to get him some weapons. Listen, Dave knows me well, and Dave knows I'll scream this till I go to my grave. I don't care how talented Tom Brady is, and I don't care if Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Herbert in the Los Angeles Chargers, Matthew Stafford. I'm happy for him, by the way. You better put some pieces around him. You better give him weapons, and you better give him a chance to go through progressions with a good offensive line. A running game would be great. And Chicago has always had the run in mind, which I love. You've got to do that. Just opens up so much, but you better have the pieces. You think Tom Brady would have been great in New England with all that? No. Terry Bradshaw in Pittsburgh? No. Tom Brady in Tampa Bay? No. Drew Brees down in New York? No. You better put people around him that can move the sticks and score touchdowns, and you got to protect him.